I can say Bowie students definitely look good from head to toe, and some of them look good from head to toe for the whole year. Community college, HBCU, whatever it is, speak up. I feel like financial aid is just bad anywhere. And I don't see myself ever going back to a dorm.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Madison Page, so if you are new here, go ahead and stop, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications because you don't want to miss when I post, and you know you don't want to miss when I post. So if you are old, hey guys, welcome back. I told myself I was gonna come up with a name for you guys in my channel, so like I was actually thinking of some today, but I feel like they're kind of corny, but I kind of like them, so I might just use them because corny is sometimes kind of cute. So today's video is gonna be a really fun video. It's a little bit just chit chat. Since school is right around the corner, I thought it'd be a pretty good idea to do a college tips and advice and tricks and I already said that, and experience, and just, you know, talk a little bit about the college experience if you are freshmen going into college or just starting college for the first time. So I think that's really fun because I think back to school season is always fun. I know it's definitely fun for me. It's a little tiring, but it's fun. So I did write down what I want to talk about just so I won't forget them, because your girl has some experiences. Oof. If you guys don't know, I do go to a HBCU, but I also went to a community college, so I'm going to be doing both sides, a community college and an HBCU perspective, just for the people out there that is, you know, not trying to jump into a university so quickly and just want to take it slow, do a 2-year, and for the people that is just going straight to their HBCUs or their universities. So without further ado, let's get into oh, here is my list of stuff. I don't know if you guys can see it, but basically we're gonna be talking about friends, relationships, classes, textbooks, majors, parties, events, food, dorms, campuses, financial aid, and a whole lot of other stuff. Okay, I am gonna be giving y'all some of my advice, experience, tips, and networking skills. So just a little background before we start. I graduated in 2020. I am a COVID baby. So when COVID hit, I went to a community college. I'm not going to tell y'all which one, but I did go to a community college. It was okay, kind of, for the most part. When I first got there, it was okay. But what I do like about the community college is I learned a lot and I got to experience a lot. So that kind of prepped me for my college, HBCU, university experience. So I am very grateful that I did make that decision and going to a community college first. With the first topic, so the first thing that we're gonna talk about is classes. So at a community college and a regular university, classes are kind of the same. Just I feel like everybody should know this by now, but the 7 a.m. 8 o'clock classes is not like high school whatsoever. Like, I really don't recommend a class before 10 o'clock. That's just for me. If you are like a morning person, and maybe you could kind of tweak it a little bit, but y'all don't do it, I'm telling you. Especially if it's like you have you're going out the night before and you got a class at 8 o'clock in the morning, you gotta wake up at 7:30. Don't do it. I always thought about when I was making my schedule, because in my first year I was like, oh, 8 o'clock, that's cool. Like, you know, I was in school at 8 o'clock, getting up at 7, going to the bus, blah blah blah. So my first week at my community college, I would like wake up and it was cool for like maybe the first week. Then once that second week hit and things started to like roll in, I was getting homework and things was happening. No, it was not for me, like at all whatsoever. So yeah, I definitely learned my lesson with that. The classes you take really, I think for freshmen, depending on what school you go to, they kind of pick your schedules for you just so they can give you guys, like, get you guys on the right track. But be mindful of the classes that you are picking. If you are picking your own classes, I feel like you should go ahead. I know some people start with the easy classes and then do the hard classes, or the hard classes and go to easy classes. I feel like you should have a mixture, because you don't want 5 or 6 hard classes and you don't want 5 or 6 easy classes. So maybe a subject that you struggle in, like for me it's biology or any science. I cannot stand it, but I will take that class with maybe like an English class because I'm really good at English. So just be mindful of the classes that you pick first and foremost, and the times that you are picking those classes. You don't want to take your longest class in the beginning of the day as your first class, and you don't want to take the easiest class at night. So just be mindful of things like that. I feel like it's always better to meet people in the class that you are in. If you don't know them, connect with them, and that's also part of networking that we are going to talk about later. So yeah, okay. Now that we talked about that, I can scratch that off my list because I will forget. Okay, so the next thing is textbooks and majors. I made the mistake when it was my first year in my community college. I made the mistake with sitting there and buying all my books. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm telling you now, do not do that. Because one of my classes, actually, I brought a book for it and the professor had the book for us. So always wait. I understand like wanting to be on top of everything and being ahead of the class and already getting your stuff, and I completely understand that. But with the textbooks, hold off, because you can either find them at the school library. Your teacher will be giving you like maybe a what's it called, like an e-version of the book, or they might just have the books for you. So always hold off, no matter what school you're in, because my community college was like that. And then definitely when I got to Bowie, I waited. I learned my lesson and I waited, and I didn't have to buy like 3 of my books. So that was pretty cool. The textbooks actually do come in handy. I know for my English class, I thought I could probably finesse it without the book, but I needed the book. So if the professor says that it's mandatory, 9 times out of 10 it might be mandatory. Now again, you can, you know, get through it a little bit and maybe like look some things up online that's in the book, but if they say it's mandatory, then 9 times out of 10 it might be mandatory. When it comes to your major, a lot of students or people, when they go into college, they go in undecided, which is totally fine, perfectly fine. You will still be taking some classes to graduate, even if you are undecided. My thing is, don't stay undecided for too long, because it's better you already have an idea of what you want to do or something that you're interested in. That way you can start taking those classes to understand. I didn't go in undecided. I knew I wanted my major to be psychology, because at my community college they didn't even have psychology as a major, so that kind of sucked. But like now I do take psychology, but I'm more into neuropsychology. So I'm so glad I didn't go in undecided, because I feel like I wouldn't have taken the classes that I am taking now to get me to the neuropsychology spot that I am in now. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know something. I don't know if y'all know this, or maybe it was just me, but when you have a concentration that is basically like a minor, I know at Bowie it doesn't show up on your diploma, but you will be taking the classes for it. But you will have to just add that like to resumes or any jobs that you want to apply to in the future. You will have to let them know I had a concentration in such and such. So that is something to be careful about, because most people think that they're going to be taking classes for the concentration for it to show up on their diploma, and it does not show up. So remember that. Something else that I would say about your major, pick something that you are interested in, that you're gonna stick with. I feel like you get thrown off track if like 1 year or 1 semester you're like, oh, I want to do communications, and then the next year you're like, oh, I want to do psychology, and then you know you're just all over the place, and now you got to take this class again, or take this class over, or you got to get introduced to this class. So I feel like just stick with something, or pick something that you know you're gonna stick with, because it can mess you up in the long run, and we don't want that to happen, because we're trying to get out of college quick, fast, and in a hurry. So that is one thing that I can say. So let's talk about financial aid. Financial aid, I feel like financial aid is just bad anywhere. I'm not even finna say at this school and this school, but I can say that at HBCU it is worse. That's what I can say. Financial aid is horrible at HBCU with the calling and the waiting and the lines and the let me get back to you and the emails and the it is so stressful. But at my community college, financial aid was very stressful as well. I think the only thing that saved it my first year is the fact that it was a small community college. Like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it was probably 100 of us. Like, so financial aid wasn't that bad there, but it would still take forever to get in touch with them, forever for like people's FAFSA to start rolling in, everything. But at an HBCU, financial aid is horrible, guys. Like, I'm telling you. Like, so when they say start getting your financial aid ready and before and months in advance, please do it. Please do it. You're still gonna have some trouble, but it would be a lot easier because not a lot of people's doing it at one time. But when you have your last minute folks that just like, oh, the semester's gonna end, I need my financial aid for next semester, and they're calling and the lines are super long and you gotta wait all day, or you gotta get like a time to come back, and it's horrible. One thing you don't want to do or don't want to be on is that list on financial aid when they have to keep calling you, or you have like an unpaid balance, or you have something you gotta pay, just anything. Like, be on top of it. I promise you it would make your life so much easier. Like, literally, your financial aid is taking care of any scholarships or anything you guys want to do. Make sure you guys are filling that out before the deadline, calling financial aid, making sure that they get it, it's signed off, everything, so it can go ahead, go to your account. Any loans, grants, anything that you guys might need or want, always keep up with your advisor with stuff like that. Just making sure financial aid is taken care of, y'all. I promise you, you're gonna have a good year if your financial aid is taken care of. I promise you. And even at a community college, it depends on how big or how small it is, but I know some financial aid offices might be a little backed up as well because it's only a 2 year, so I don't really know how they do it there. But I know when I went to mine, it was kind of like they would just be super slow. And I get it, it's only 100 of us, but y'all could put a little pep in y'all step, you know. Y'all don't want to be here, we don't want to be here, so you know. But yeah, so financial aid. So let's talk about the food. So you guys know that you guys can get a meal plan. It comes with your financial aid, room and board, maybe, I think. You get a meal plan, and what that is you might get a card or a pen or something like that, and you can go to the dining hall and you can eat, and depending on like how much money you have or like your swipes, you can eat more than one time a day, obviously. So at my community college, I did have a meal plan, but my mom also grocery shopped for me because they just cooked with a lot of grease and a lot of everything. So once I started noticing like a difference in my body, I need something different. Like, I can't just keep eating mozzarella sticks and fries and everything like that 3, 4, 5 times a day. Like, no, I can't do it. So it's this thing called Freshman 15. And if y'all don't know what Freshman 15 is, I didn't even know what it was, but basically you guys are freshmen, so you're just always eating or always going to the caf, or you know, you're eating the food that they're cooking with, it's like grease and oil and just, you know, everything, and it is good, don't get me wrong, it is very good. And so you're just like, oh, I can just go get this and go get this and go get this, and you start gaining weight, you know, you get sleepy. I'm not gonna lie, I think colleges put melatonin in some food because it should be no way I was going to sleep after I was eating. But yeah, so you just start gaining weight, and I guess it's called Freshman 15. I went through it. Sometimes I feel like I'm still going through it. Like, But at my community college, they would make food like 9 times out of 10 you would get like a bar, like a serving bar with different options. One thing that I'm upset about, they don't have a lot of like vegan options, or if you're like a pescatarian, they don't have a lot of options for people like that. So I feel like that is something that really does, like, that needs to change a little bit, because you know, not everybody eats hamburgers 24/7, you know. So at my community college, we used to have things like mozzarella sticks and like paninis and hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, like, I'm trying to remember everything, but we used to have a variety of stuff, and they used to switch it up, just so we won't eat the same. Oh, like Philly cheesesteaks. Like, we used to have a whole lot of things. But then we had like a salad bar, we had a fruit bar, we had a sandwich bar, we had a pizza bar, we had a whole lot of things. So I'm not gonna lie, the food at my community college was, you know, and I know my friend said her community college had some bomb food as well. So I think community colleges probably have the best food, not gonna lie. Because my HBCU, don't get me wrong, I love the chicken and macaroni and stuff, but no, I can't. So at Bowie, we have this thing called the pub, and we have the calf, obviously. So the pub is kind of where you would get like your sandwich. We have like a Chipotle stand, and then they had chicken, but they had different kinds of chicken, but it was just chicken and chicken tenders and fries every day. So they would do like fried chicken, buffalo chicken, like lemon pepper chicken every day. Let that sink in. But then upstairs, that's where you would go to get a little bit more of a variety. So they would have like tacos and pizza and like macaroni, and then we had like this thing called Soul Food Wednesday. So you go up there, you get your like fried chicken and macaroni. I just feel so fat you were trying to remember all the food we used to have. But 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be varieties. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that you can eat, but it all depends on your meal swipe. But if that just sounds like a little bit too much for you, and you can always grocery shop. I grocery shopped ever since I've been in college. I've always grocery shopped. Even if I had a meal plan, I'm still gonna go grocery shopping, because I don't know, I like just like having my own snacks and my own food, and knowing that I could just go ahead and eat some trail mix instead of chips, you know what I'm saying? So I have that option as well. One thing I can say about the food, y'all, it is very quick and easy. If you're on the go, you're just like, man, I'm hungry, I didn't eat, you can always go stop into your caf, stop into your pub, whatever you guys, you know. If you guys have some bars on campus, well, not bars, but like different restaurants on campus. I know other HBCUs, they might have a restaurant. Bowie doesn't have that. We have Zaxby's, but it's not really what y'all think. So yeah. Next topic is the dorms and campuses. Okay. So at my community college, since it was smaller, we had apartment style dorms. So which is, you have like an apartment and it's probably like 4 rooms in it, and I think it can fit up, yeah, it can fit up to 6 people. Some people might have a single, some people might have a double. So a single is you just get the room to yourself, and a double is you have a roommate inside the room. At my community college, we had a washer and dryer, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, and like a living room, and then the rooms. Personally, I loved it. I just can't do the dorms. I'm so sorry. Dorms are not for me, and I didn't know that not all dorms look like my community college. I knew eventually I would probably have to be in a room with someone, but So when I got to Bowie, the rooms were a lot smaller. It was literally just a room with 2 beds, you know what I'm saying? So you get one and your roommate gets another side. No. It's not for everybody. I know some people that has gone all 4 years in college with a roommate, which is a-okay if that works for them. You do have a community bathroom that you share with maybe your floor and one shower, maybe 2 showers, because at Bowie we have 2 bathrooms, 2 showers on the floor. But no, it's a no for me. I think I'm just too, I'm kind of like a neat freak and a little OCD. So it's like if something's in the bathroom, if it's like hair in the sink and I know I didn't do it, that's nasty. Like, I'm not finna clean up your hair, you know what I'm saying? And then the cleaning ladies don't come until a certain time. So it's like, oh, do I have to clean this? Do I have to wait till they come? No. Shower shoes were my best friends. Get you a pair of shower shoes, maybe 2-3 pairs if you need to. Shower shoes are definitely going to come in handy, especially if you are staying in the dorms and you have to share the bathroom with a lot of girls. Dorm is a lot different. So I went through this whole like this change, you know what I'm saying? I had a room to myself. I could clean my own bathroom. I could clean my own room. You know, I had my TV, my refrigerator. Like, I was cool. You know, it was kind of like living back at home, minus the refrigerator in my room. But then I go to my HBCU and I'm literally sleeping next to someone that I've never met before. Don't know how they sleep. They don't know how I sleep. And it was just very uncomfortable. I only got like one little closet. We each had a closet. And it was broke. Then we get like a desk. It was just very small. And sometimes I would feel like very claustrophobic in there. So I'm not with the dorms anymore. Y'all, I will be moving out of the dorms going into this semester. I have my old room. I'm living back in an apartment style dorm like I was first started off in college. And I don't see myself ever going back to a dorm unless it's like I have nothing else to do. I will go back home before I stay in the dorm. Literally. But the girlies that, or the guys that can live in a dorm, seriously, like, really, I salute y'all, because I cannot do it. I don't know. At first it was kind of cool, but I think after a while, just hearing loud music from like girls upstairs and yelling in the after, you know, parties, and everyone's like coming in if I'm trying to get some sleep, it's like, no. So that is one thing I can't say about the dorms. Other than that, Bowie's dorms, they were clean. I know my dorm was clean. Wasn't too dirty, wasn't really that nasty. I don't think the girls were like super nasty on my floor. So that was kind of a plus. Campus wise, like I said, it was during COVID, so it was a lot smaller. Not a lot of people were there. So we were literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, the fact that we can go outside, you know, if we want to get a late night snack, we're greeted by a deer, it's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I was literally in the middle of nowhere. We had like 2 buildings. Those were like the educational buildings, so like everybody's classes was in there. We had like the calf, and then we had a gym. That's it. In between we had like the basketball court and like the softball court, or not softball court, softball field. But other than that, it was very small, a lot of grass, a lot of just open field. Literally, it was in the middle of nowhere. So it's not really much to say about that campus. But at Bowie's campus, to me, it's kind of small. Like, I could probably walk, I've walked Bowie's campus so many times. Like, when I first got there, I was like, oh, this is big. And then when I like found my way around campus and I'm going to classes and stuff, I'm like, oh, it's not that big. But we do have a lot of buildings. We have like a brand new building, which is super nice. I think we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about like 5 buildings for classes. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 dorms, I think. 2 of them are females only, 2 of them are males only, and then we have 3 co-ed dorms, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the campus is kind of nice. I like the way that they're, you know, fixing things up, building new things. So Bowie's campus is pretty cool. We don't have a lot of space, but we do have enough space to, you know, throw little things. You know, other campuses, they're like super big, a lot of walking, and that's what I do love about Bowie. It's not that much walking. You know, I can get to this destination pretty quickly. I know when I went to Norfolk State, oh child, let me get one of them bikes or something, because it was so much walking. I was like, y'all do this every day? Yeah, no. I won't be going to see my man tonight, because who this for? Next thing we are going to talk about, y'all, let's get into college life a little bit. Okay, we're gonna talk about events and parties. I don't have a lot to say about my community college about events and parties, because like I said, it was super small, especially my first year. Things didn't start heating up on campus until my second year, and we're gonna get into that a little bit. But my first year, there was no events. We tried to have like a party like the first day we got there, and it was like 10 of us. So you know, we were just like getting to know each other a little bit. They didn't really throw many events. They tried to, but like I said, it was so dry, super dry. So it wasn't a lot that we could really do, and it was still in COVID, so we had to wear masks. We had to be 6 feet apart. It was no basketball games. No, we didn't even have a basketball team the first year. So yeah, it's not really much to say about. But my second year, that's when things was a little bit more, you know, turned a little bit. You know, we had a basketball team, we had our baseball team, we had our softball team, we had our volleyball team. It was a lot more people on campus then. You know, the apartment that I stayed in, it was 6 girls. At a community college, as party wise, we didn't really party. We would throw our own parties, like just within the house, or invite like somewhere, you know, maybe the basketball players or something like that. But we didn't have like no college parties, you know, like no HBCU college parties. We didn't have that. But it was cool for the most part. I think at my community college, it was all about the people you hung out with. If you had some friends, you know, y'all could throw a little something and be cool, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have much to say about parties and events at my community college, but at Bowie State, you gonna get you a party, okay? I have a lot of events. Like, they were always doing something, especially NSO week. NSO week is new student orientation. 10 out of 10. It was like my first experience of like the HBCU lifestyle. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. We had like a headphone party. We got to see the marching band, which I loved so much. We just had like a whole lot of events for like a whole week, literally, like jam-packed events. So that was pretty cool. We were meeting people, talking to advisors, talking to staff. Just, it was so much fun. We had like a lot of giveaways. So during the semester, then we would have like homecoming. We had our torch fest. We had like cookouts. Yeah, it was really fun. The only thing I can say was it wasn't as fun as we made it look like. That's one thing I can't say. Certain parts were like super fun, and then everything else was like, okay. Like, that was kind of cool. But like, when I came home, all my friends was like, man, I'm coming to Bowie. What y'all doing at Bowie? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? But everybody was making it look so much fun. And it kind of was fun, but not like our Instagram stories, y'all. It wasn't like our Instagram stories. To these events, these parties, the biggest parties or events are always the Greek parties, Greek life parties. Always go with a friend. If not a friend, maybe a group of people. It's just safer that way, always. If I didn't have a friend, or, you know, me and my best friend wasn't one together, then I was not going. It doesn't matter how bad I wanted to go, I was not going. I would probably go like maybe somebody that I knew around campus, but if I didn't feel safe with that person, then I wasn't gonna go out and party with that person. If you don't trust the scene, don't trust the people you're around, don't trust the area, leave. Always. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to stay. You're not, if you are forced to stay, get some help. Contact somebody. Let somebody know, because you don't have to stay if you don't want to stay at all. Have your own. That's if you know, you know. Okay, always bring your own, whatever it is. Always have your own. Yeah, it's cool to maybe taste the drinks that they might have there, or you know, take a shot or something like that, but always have your own. Never leave your cup. Never leave your cup. Okay, don't ever leave your cup. If you left your cup and you walk away, get a new cup. If y'all don't have no more cups, dry the boat. Okay. Never leave your cup for obvious reasons. But if you guys don't know, it is so many things going around. It's been going around where people can drop something in your cup, get you act like, you know, hallucinate, all types of stuff, and do something bad to you, or you just won't remember. So never leave your cup. Never let somebody else make your drink in another room and then come bring it to you. No. If you don't feel like getting up going to get your drink, then you don't need a drink, period. It's kind of dead, or you know, it's people are leaving, you should go. You should go. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to come to the party super early, and you don't need to stay to the DJ's packing up his stuff. You can leave, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what could be jumping off after the party, or if you're just like sticking around. What are you sticking around for? Party's over. You can go. Or maybe that's just me and my friends, but some little advice: if the party is slowly closing up, it might be time for you to go back wherever you came from. And always have fun though, y'all. You only get to be in college, if it goes right, one time. So have fun, take pictures, enjoy, just, you know, live your life, but always be safe with whatever you're doing. That doesn't even just apply to parties. College life in general. If you're outside and you guys go to like a bar or a club or a different party or something like that, always be safe. You know what I'm saying? Always make sure you guys are like sharing locations, or you let somebody know where you are going, who you with, what's going on. Just to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, your safety is way more important than a college party. It's gonna be 1,000 college parties, I promise you. And that's another thing. Never party over studies, okay? Because I think at my community college, and it was so weird because I would like not study or not do my work just to go sit in my living room and be around my sweet mates. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just so dumb. Don't ever do that. It's gonna be 1,000 parties, I promise you. The Greek life is gonna throw 1,000 parties, whether it's on campus or off the campus. You know what I'm saying? They are gonna throw the parties. That is what that's what they're here for sometimes. So if you have a test coming up, or you have some homework to get done, or you know you should be studying for something, go do it. You're not missing nothing. A Q's probably gonna pick up a girl and she's gonna be on Instagram. You'll see it. Like, I promise you, it's nothing important. So always make sure you get your work out. You get your work out the way. Next topic is dressing. I see all these videos, and guys, girls, everything's like, oh, I gotta go back to school shopping. What's my aesthetic gonna be? What's my closet gonna look like? Breathe. First, you wanna come and you wanna look good, and you wanna, you know, but you're gonna get tired. Now, I know some people, especially at Bowie, they did not get tired, and that's one thing I can say. Bowie students definitely look good from head to toe, and some of them look good from head to toe for the whole year. I salute you, because I can't do it, okay? So when it comes to your clothes and your dressing, just always make sure that you're not overworking yourself to look good for the next person, or to do anything like that. If you want to look good for you, look good for you. Nothing wrong with wearing what's in your closet that you've had for 2-3 years. Now, yes, you want to go out and get some, you know, a new purse or new shirts or jeans, stuff like that. Yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna bend over backwards to you know, to go buy the latest everything, because 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna put on some jogging pants, and if you know me, then you know I'm gonna wear some jogging pants. So be cute, be you. If you want to wear your sandals or your slides, you know, do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to try to outdo the next person. I promise you, it is not that big of a deal. Now for homecoming or like Torch Fest or whatever your school has, okay, I get it. You know, it's no conversation there. You do what you got to do. But for a regular old Tuesday, to go to psychology class and English class and then back to your room, some jeans and a shirt would do. Now at my community college, first year I would like get super dressed up. I would like get up, do like try to do my makeup because I can't do makeup. But after a while, it was kind of like, I'm looking good for my professor. No. So be comfortable, just comfortably, because you're gonna be sitting in those classes. You know, don't wear these super thick old boots. Just be comfortable, you know. That's just my dressing advice. Take it or leave it. So next topic is friends. College is when you meet your long life friends, and I feel like there is some truth into that. But always be mindful of the company you keep. My mom told me that when I was little, and I still listen to that today. At my community college, I did meet a group of people that I can honestly say that were friends to an extent. You know what I'm saying? I had friends that, you know, I would go to church with, and I have friends that I would go to the club with. I have friends that I can talk about anything, and I have friends that I can only specifically talk about a TV show with. You know what I'm saying? It was a balance, it was perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has to be a friend for everything, but at the end of the day, you have to know which friends were real and which friends were fake, you know? So I feel like for me, my biggest thing when I'm looking for a friend is knowing if that friend is just gonna be real and if they're gonna understand you. You know, with me, it's always the principle with things. I don't care. It's the principle about it. Would I do that to you? Or would you do that to another friend that be talking about you? So why are you doing it to me? You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I am with my friends. And that's why I only have a couple of friends. And I am a-okay with that. I love my couple of friends because I know if I call any of those couple of friends right now, whatever I need, it is going to get done. So that is one thing. Females and males will stab you in the back, and don't let it be over a dude, don't let it be over a girl, don't let it be over some money. Y'all see the news, y'all see the Instagram posts, y'all see everything, y'all know what's happening in this world. So be mindful, be alert always. Not everybody is your friend, and you guys, I feel like everyone has to know that at some point in time, not everybody is your friend, not everybody likes you. You know, just because they kick you with you or laugh with you in one setting don't mean they're gonna do it in another. Because I had to learn, like, that's just, everybody doesn't have to like me, and not everybody has to talk to me nor be my friend, but it is vice versa as well. I don't have to talk to you, I don't have to communicate with you, I don't have to be around you if I don't want to, you know. So that's just a big thing. When you meet somebody, don't be an oversharer. I think that's something that a lot of people do, especially when they meet someone that they like or that they like talking to. Then they start oversharing and telling them life stories and this and that. And I totally understand. I get it, because I can overshare sometimes as well. But I'm saying don't overshare, because you never know a person's true intentions, no matter how long y'all been friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take it from me, you'll never know somebody's true intentions until they're put in a position to show their true self, you know. If you come with your friend, you're leaving with your friend. No, my friend is not going with Jimmy from the block or Alfalfa that look good. And no, girl, you're coming back with me. And if you want to go with them after, then go be it. Y'all can go. But I think my biggest thing when I'm going out with my friends is just knowing, like, I'm always protected and they're always protected. And that goes for me too. I'm not finna leave with Kenny. I don't even know Kenny. Yeah, Kenny look good, but I'm not going with Kenny. You know, I'm going with you. You know, that's just how I am. the whole bathroom trip thing, I totally understand it now. It's been times where me and my friends have been in settings and we're just partying, or we're just doing so much, was like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I told one of my friends and I just run to the bathroom. That has happened, that's normal, whatever. But I feel like after maybe a certain amount of time, go check on them, or call them, text them, like, oh, hey. Or once they run to the bathroom and you are alert and you know that they're going to the bathroom, maybe just go, hey, cool, you know, blah blah blah. Drink and drive. Don't drink and drive, y'all. If y'all are out having a wonderful time and y'all are too messed up to drive back to the campus or drive back home, you know, just sit in the car, sleep in the car if you have to, you know what I'm saying? If you can't Uber or anything like that, or nobody can drive, don't drive. Don't drink and drive for so many reasons. Don't do it. I promise you, it is not that serious. Like, relax yourself until you know that you are capable enough to make it home safely for you and everybody else that is driving and whoever else you have in the car with you. And I think that's part of just being a friend. Like, I'm not gonna let my friend drive me or her anywhere if I know she really can't drive, you know? Come and go. I have cut so many friends off just off little things or big things or anything. Like I said, it's the principle with me. So after a certain amount of times and I see you moving different, or I see you not being a friend, you gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just negative energy, and I don't treat you like that. So why are you doing that to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, spend time with your friends. Check on your friends. I think that's a big one. Check on your friends. You know, no matter how happy they might seem or how good they might be doing in a situation or how they're on top of everything, check on your friends. Make sure they're okay. You know, a quick little, hey, making sure you're good, or Bible verse, or whatever you and your friends are into, check on them. Hey, you want to go out get some coffee? You know, whatever y'all are into, check on your friends, because people suffer in silence. I know I suffer in silence. And you guys know Kayla, she was in my first video. She'll have to call me a couple times, be like, girl, I'm coming over, or you want to go blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I do love about her, because I won't say anything. And a good friend in this day, it is rare that you meet a good friend with good intentions and a genuine heart. So hold on to them, you know, carve out some time, do self-care, face mask if you're a dude, you know, I don't know what dudes be doing, play the game with them, something. Just make sure that you guys have an understanding that y'all are friends and y'all don't have to talk every day. That is, y'all don't have to talk every day. Me and Kayla don't talk every day. I think we went like maybe like 3-4 days without talking, but you know, if I called her, she called me, or we text each other, we're gonna fall right back in that same place, because we are friends at the end of the day. And life takes over. Life be lifing. She understands that, I understand that, all my other friends understand that. So it's no bad blood, no hard feelings. So making sure that you and your friends, or if your friend, have that understanding to know that y'all are friends. This is not a relationship, but this is a friendship, and I will cherish that and respect that. Yeah. Okay. Next topic. Relationships. Relationships in college. What I will say, if you are freshmen or even sophomores, don't do it. Don't do it. Now, if you are that person that's like, oh, I can handle school, I can handle a relationship, I can handle this, I can handle that, go for it. And if it's between you and your partner and everything works out and everything is the go, then go for it and don't look back, you know what I'm saying? But if you are that type of person like I am, that can't juggle so many things at one time, don't do it. In a relationship, you are dealing with your emotions, your feelings, your everything, and then you have that other person that you're dealing with their emotions and their feelings, and how, oh, I don't like you did this, and oh, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot in a relationship. I didn't get a boyfriend until my second year at my community college. And at first I thought I could handle it. I thought I can go to school, maintain the college life, and have a boyfriend. Boy. And at first it was good, you know what I'm saying? It was good, but I'm not gonna lie, I dropped the ball because I allowed my relationship to take over. I was in a what's it called, a honeymoon phase for so long. Like, honeymoon phases are probably like maybe a month, or a month to 3 months. I don't know how long a honeymoon phase is, because I was in it for a whole year. Okay, I was in a honeymoon phase. Truthfully, like, not going to class, not doing homework, not coming home like I should been, not, literally Xing out the whole world except for that person. Super tunnel vision. Allow my relationship to take over everything, and I literally lost focus on everything I was doing. My goal, my mindset, it's just everything. For it to end and end the way it ended. So, transitioning into not going to that school anymore and going to a university, yeah, they look good, okay? And like at my community college, I didn't see a lot of guys there, because there wasn't no guys there really, and they wasn't like big and buff and dreads and dark skins, so you know what I'm saying? They was just, yeah. I was in Petersburg, Virginia, so yeah. But when I got to my HBCU, and I'm like, he look good too, you look good, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, that was part of the way I got over my ex-boyfriend, but it made me realize I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready for that again, even though that whole process, because it was a journey, it was a process for me where I had to grow and I had to heal and I had to learn and I had to know, like, even if I ever get in a relationship again, I'm not going to act like that. I'm not going to do that, okay? I'm not doing that again. So for me to just understand and to know, like, that's not how I want to be, that's not how I want to act. I still want to be able to love somebody and somebody love me, but still take care of my business, you know what I'm saying? So that took a long time for me to, like, get back in that mode. Until where I got to Bowie, it was kind of like, I don't want a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want that. And then it was like, I had expectations and I had requirements, and I'm not gonna let you do what the last one did. You know, you're not gonna treat me like that, you're not gonna talk to me like that, and if that's what you're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? It was just things like that that I had to look at. And yeah, I stayed single, so I might be single again. Not saying that I didn't talk to people or I didn't text or flirt, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm human, I'm a girl, I look good, you know what I'm saying? But no, I didn't allow that to consume who I was, especially in school. And school is hard enough. So my best advice for relationships in college is live your life. In college, it's always one boy to 13 girls, and vice versa. Don't get me wrong, because the females out here, they get around. Make sure you're getting tested. At Bowie State, if you do go to Bowie, if you're planning on going to Bowie, I'm pretty sure other HBCUs too, something that my community college did not do, you can go get tested every Wednesday. Or, like, if you're comfortable with them sleeping around when they're sleeping around with you, cool, do your thing. But make sure you have that conversation, like, hey, if this is what we're doing, you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what that person has. Then they pass something to you, then you passing it to me, and I'm doing you raw. We're not doing that. So that's a big one. If it's not your boyfriend, if it is your boyfriend, go get tested. The last thing on the list for that part is, I put comparing yourself to others, but it's really just your mental health in college. Now, at my community college, I remember going into this deep hole where it was just like, So many things was happening my first year. It was all kind of new to me. My first year I didn't have any roommates, so just think about living in an apartment with like 3 other rooms by yourself. Just, you know what I'm saying, and my friend, if she was busy, then it was just me. And I remember just eating, going to the cafe a lot, and just being in that space by myself. I remember it was times where I would just like keep the lights off all day. Like, I'm in a pitch black watching Good Girls, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, it was just very, very depressing. Very just, it was like I always have to be doing something, whether that's writing, going for a walk, looking at the leaves. Like, I just have to do something to keep myself clear and with the clear head. So that's something that I did learn. So going into a university, yes, it is bigger, and you might, like, I had a roommate, so I was literally never alone. But you can do a lot more things. You can walk the trail or go to the cafe, and it's easier to meet people. It was so easier. It was so much easier for me to meet people at Bowie than it was at my first school, because it's literally people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I could go to the library and I'd be writing, and someone's like, oh, what you writing? You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of a little harder for me to go into that deep hole, which was it was great for me. But mental health is such a big thing in college, period. No matter if you're online, in person, in a trade, anything, it is so important, because people don't understand how hard it can be, especially when it's your first time out the gate. You know, you have assignments due, you have trying to do these assignments and get good grades on, trying to pass the class, trying to, you know, go out, trying to enjoy life, trying to just do it all at one time, where it's like sometimes you forget to breathe. You forget to just take a step back and be like, okay, you know. To comparing yourself to others. Now, comparing yourself to others is a big one, because you never know what the next person is going through. Just because they might look like they have it all together, or they might look like, oh, she has no worries, she gets good grades, or, you know, he's doing this and he can play football and still, you know, da da da. You never know what a person is going through. So don't compare yourself to that person. I know it's easier said than done, but think about all the good things that you have going, or your perks and your, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can even think about your flaws too. Maybe thinking about your flaws can keep you going, but it's just a lot that comes with it. And I know it's like a lot, and it's a lot going on in college, and it's just always, but you don't always have to be going fast with it. I promise you. Like, you don't always have to be moving with it. I promise. College is what you make it. If you want to have a fun college year, you're gonna have a fun college year. If you want it to be boring, it's gonna be boring. You know what I'm saying? Because easy what you're doing can lead into like a whole an adventure in college, literally. So making sure your mental health is cool. It's, you know, just when you get the assignment, you don't have to do the assignment. Lay back, find a show to watch. You know what I'm saying? Tackle that stuff when you have the mind capacity to tackle all of it, and you know you can give it your all. So that's one thing that I can say about mental health. Staying organized is literally the best thing that I can just tell somebody, because when you're organized, everything would just go so much smoother, instead of like, oh, I'm gonna write this down right here, and I'm gonna write this over here, and I'm gonna do this and that. No, because then your brain is gonna be everywhere. You're gonna forget. Get you like a big calendar or dry erase board. Stay organized. Something I can also say is stay connected. Go outside, talk to people, follow them on Instagram, like do all of that stuff, because you're gonna be stuck with them people. If you're like out of state, you're not going home as frequently as somebody else, you're stuck with them people for real, for real. So you might as well just get to know them. Networking, anything that you want to do, starting podcasts, starting YouTubes and everything like that. Want to start photography, a clothing brand, anything that you want to do, y'all. You are at the college is the right place to do it. You are surrounded by people just like you, especially if you go to a HBCU. You are surrounded by 100 people that look just like you, that wants maybe have the same idea as you, and I want to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So your questions can get answered, I promise you. So that's something that I learned, and that I'm really excited to get into coming up in this semester. Since I did just start YouTube, it's kind of like I know I can go talk to this person, or I can communicate with this person. It's like, oh, hey, da da da. So it's so much stuff, like literally stay connected. I really do love Bowie, and I'm so excited to see what this upcoming semester and year is gonna bring. But I am ready to get up out of there, so we gonna get up out of there, okay? But college is so much fun. I'm so glad that I'm in a HBCU. I get to experience this. I get to experience different things, homecoming, football games, basketball games. Make sure I go to the basketball games. But that is all I have for today's video. I hope you liked it. I hope I got to answer some questions. I hope I didn't scare anybody to not come into college or anything like that. I hope I was able to give you guys a different look, an outlook, even if you are in college. And you know, so yeah, that was my college video. And y'all, college is right around the corner. I hope y'all have fun. Hope y'all stay safe. Hope y'all get them good grades. If you are graduating this year, period, get up out of there, do what you gotta do. College is experience, soak it all in. And yeah, I will see y'all next week.
He wanna go and party, she wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homies.